Wax on.
And we are back. We're back. Episode number 2. Mr. Falcon.
Mr. Falcon 2.
Podcast. We're talking about movies and all kinds of ill shit. Today's episode, we're focusing on remakes.
Reboots.
Why?
Reboots, redos.
Hollywood, why do we need these? Extensions of universes of previous films. Why do we need these? We'll have an open discussion. I'm your host, Cody. With me always is Steve-O.
Hello. And
again, Mr. Jesse.
Hey.
Uncle Jesse now, soon to be.
Uncle Jesse.
And Brent the stepdad.
Hi. good one.
Not as fun. So, we're getting a lot of remakes right now. Reboots, redos.
10 years, 15 years, whatever it's been. Yeah.
So the one that I just saw the preview for, they're doing Overboard. But they're switching the role reversal.
Because that's what needed to happen.
Which I think is weird because it's that fine line with the first one with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn where it's almost like borderline rape.
Yeah, it's kind of rapey.
A little rapey. Like,
yeah, like I'm your husband. I swear we get the fucks.
Yeah, like, and she falls in love and then he ends up like hitting the jackpot gold mine because she's got all the money.
Spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen it. So in the new one, you got
Overboard.
You got Anna Faris is like the blue collar Joe.
She's Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she meets some Indian guy, rich, probably oil tycoon.
You think he's Indian?
Bollywood.
I was going to guess Persian.
Well, some sort of.
Some kind of guy from over there, yeah.
Brown.
Yeah.
Tan.
Tan guy.
So he's the
step
rich.
away from that.
Yeah, I'm not going to go
right
too far.
I'm a minority. It's okay.
I'm not. It's not
you're
okay.
Married, you're married to a minority.
That's true.
So it's okay.
She doesn't agree with that.
And Jesse's really into minorities.
That's true.
That is true.
So we're all good on that front. But back to the topic. They role reversal. Okay. I saw the trailer. You guys saw the trailer. Obviously, Jesse, you weren't a big fan of the first one. So it's not something you're really hurting on.
Is it because you hate Kurt Russell? Is that why?
No, I dressed up as him at Halloween how many times?
Trust me, I know. I just wanted to get you riled up.
I don't know. The whole thing, like, it's a classic nostalgia 80s movie, but it's not like the be-all, end-all. I mean, if I'm going to sit down and watch an 80s movie, that's probably not going to be one of them.
It's not on the list.
But when it's on, and it has been on.
It's not at the front of the line of your Blu-ray collection.
I'm not going to lie, I've watched it at least twice in the past 2 weeks.
The original Overboard.
Yes.
You've watched twice in the last 2 weeks.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Preparation.
Listen. I am listening.
I have a 6-month-old baby.
Oh, and she loves Goldie Hawn.
She does. She likes
rapey
movies.
Private Benjamin?
No. She has a tendency to wake up at like 5 in the morning. So I'll take over dad duty and we'll go on the couch.
And of all the movies.
And you're like Overboard.
If it's on cable. I have DirecTV.
Okay.
I have the full package.
And of all
the 3,000 channels, I'll watch it.
All 3,000 channels.
Again.
You're like, let's do an Overboard search.
I mean, to my defense, I don't even know half the channels. I know the paid channels, and that's about it. But I've watched it, and it's fun. You know, why would you need to remake that? Why?
It's perfection. Who knows why you need to remake?
They missed out the first time.
Yeah, they really had to fine tune it.
Oh man, this one could have been platinum.
Yeah.
If we just tweak it and turned it around.
Was that movie even a hit? Like originally?
Probably not.
Like I'm sure it made its money, but it wasn't like a hit.
Hey,
like,
fact checker.
I could be wrong.
Go check the facts.
Interns.
Was it a hit?
Intern, go look at it.
That movie was a double feature with Romancing the Stone.
No, Romancing the Stone was a hit, and I will defend that movie till the death.
The John Wilder?
Is John Wilder the novelist? I read your books.
I feel sure that movie is going to come out as a remake.
You step the fuck off of Romancing the Stone right now, though.
With Kurt Russell?
That's not good.
No, they put Kurt Russell in it.
That's how they flip it.
Because they had Michael Douglas. Kurt Douglas.
Going down.
That'd have been brutal.
You're going to flip it and Joan Wilder is going to go save Jack T. Colton? All right, I get it.
He's the novelist. And she's the shady drug dealing marijuana.
He sells birds. All right, calm down.
Anyways, back to the topic. Why do they need to make this movie?
Back to Overboard.
It's crucial. I need to know.
They don't.
But this opens up a bigger discussion of Hollywood doing the remakes. Why fuck up a good thing? Brent, you went and saw the new Death Wish. That's a movie that you don't even need to fuck on, right?
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
Charles Bronson, the
It's cool.
OG.
That's-
Me and Steve-O, we used to watch that when we were kids.
We did. Death Wish 3 made it.
Yeah.
Death Wish 3.
It
was
already
my jam.
came out, and I already saw it. I saw it.
Wait, who's in that one?
Death Wish 3?
The old guy.
Oh, I forget who that is. I don't remember.
He
his
was
name.
also in Delta Force.
No, it's not Lee Marvin. It's not him.
No, the other old fucker. The one who
Oh,
was
he's on the
Jew.
plane. Yeah, he's on the plane. I forget his name. Yeah.
What'd you think, Brent?
I forgot it.
You
forgot
saw
about
it 2 hours ago.
That's a day.
Yeah, pretty much there. Nah, I mean, what are you gonna say? Bruce Willis just phones in all of his roles these days.
Yeah.
I mean, I think literally he probably has in his contract that he can't have longer than a 5-day shooting schedule for an entire movie.
He shoots entire features in 5 days.
Yeah.
and
He
he's out.
still gets paid like,
It's like
20 million.
Three take
yeah.
Bruce.
Yeah, just he knows what he's doing, and it's exactly the same thing. So, I mean, why? Yeah, exactly why. The thing with all the Bruce Willis remake movies, or all the Bruce Willis movies in general,
Post like 2006 or whatever.
yeah, post Die Hard 3, right?
Yeah.
Is like they could just be other movies and it'd be fine. It doesn't need to be part of this franchise or part of this storyboard or whatever it is. And that's Die Hard 4 and 5 and whatever else.
Well,
there
let's
is.
That's the
face
last
it.
one I thought.
How many people of this generation, these millennials, even know what Death Wish is?
That's a good question.
I bet a lot of these people don't even know who Charles Bronson is.
No,
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
So why? Yeah, why not call it something else? Why not call it Bruce Willis Revenge?
Well, I also feel that like Death Wish, just the kind of concept of the movie is a little inappropriate in this day and age of like stand your ground where you need some like old white guy vigilante
Street justice.
like putting out street justice. Like I don't know. I've rewatched the original Death Wish in recent years, and I think it is a rad movie, and it's actually really well made, and it deals with concepts that are like, oh, that like the media getting involved and the hype around this thing, and it's a well made movie. It's way better than the sequels make it seem like it's a shitty action movie, but it's
When Cannon got involved.
Yeah, when Cannon took it over.
Just making shit.
yeah. Which I tried watching Death Wish 2, and it is way too rapey for me at this age. I was just looking, going like, man, this opens with like straight rape. Like I'm not into this, and I turned it off within 5 minutes. But like there's an inherent kind of racial bias. This old white man like giving like
What's your problem with Jeff Goldblum?
Well, that's enough. I'm not talking about the old movie. I'm talking about now. And Jeff Goldblum does spray a swastika on the wall in the original one. He does pose as a Nazi in the first movie.
They make a little
Irony.
minor throw to that in the movie too. They talk about like they have like real celebrities from Chicago in this movie, and it's like Sway.
Is it Chicago?
Yeah.
Because the first one's in New York.
Yeah, this is all in Chicago, and it's like Sway and some of those people, like some of those DJs from out there, and they actually do this whole thing because they've got like Sway's whole panel on the radio show, and they talk about. They say basically it's like a panel of black people, and they're saying, well, what do you think about a white guy going around shooting black people?
So at least he shoots black people in it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's I thought I was hoping because in the previews they only show him. I only see white bad people in.
No,
it.
the first guy he
Ugh.
goes out and intentionally kills I guess the second guy, but it's like a black. drug
I don't know,
dealer.
man. It just makes me think of shit in Florida these days.
There's a lot to think about, and I don't think that was in mind when they were making.
But I
this
think it's
movie.
inappropriate, in
Yeah.
this day and age, to remake that movie specifically. Like
Yeah.
it just seems like a really bad idea.
It
and
was-
I kind of won't partake in it.
You're fine with that, I think. I mean, I don't think you're going to be missing anything by missing this movie.
Maybe like Bronson's family sold the rights. That's why we're getting the mechanic remakes.
Are they really?
Yeah, they've already done 2. Like so that's why that maybe that's or who knows or maybe just stuff comes around. Maybe they have. Hollywood's been around for so long, they got a giant calendar. And they just like, oh, it's been 7 years, it's been 10 years.
It's just the wheel.
like, yeah, it's
Turn
just
the wheel. Yeah.
time for another Ben-Hur, time for another...
Yeah, we needed
Iron
that.
Eagle,
That would be good.
Rad.
We don't need another Rad. No need to ride bicycles. Rad would now be kid playing a bicycle game on his freaking iPhone.
Are you riding on like a?
You're like, look at this.
A hoverboard.
This would be rad. Just watching
Check out
him
this
play
wheelie.
Yeah, check out this wheelie.
So sad. So sad. What have we
Send me
become?
an angel.
You win an angel.
Sad.
No, Rad.
That's a good movie. I don't care what you say. Good luck finding that one.
What's your favorite scene in that movie?
The backflip, clearly.
When he tries.
Yeah.
No, when his like mom, who's what's her name? She's from Rocky.
Oh, it's Adrian. But
Adrian.
like it's
She's just like, you're not gonna amount to anything. You need to go out there and you need to take your SATs. Like, lady, I could take the SATs like multiple times. Like, why is this one time? And really, like, that kid's going straight to community college. Let's not joke around. Like, you don't need that shit. Let him go ride his fucking bike. And he wants to go make it to Hell Track.
So Jason Schwartzman was the kid doing. Never mind.
No. That was the problem with it, but you can't find it anywhere. It's nowhere to be
It doesn't
found.
exist anymore. They're not remaking it.
No.
Oh, okay.
Brent, you got a list. What else?
So
what else does Hollywood have
What's coming
for
down
us?
the pike for us?
All right, so I got a list. I'm just gonna pull off a few of these now that I got Wi-Fi.
The elusive Wi-Fi. In the
straight
bunker.
up first on the list. This is from IMDb. In case you never heard of that
the
website.
IMDbuzz?
Yeah, the IMDbuzz. All Quiet on the Western Front.
That's timely. It's only 100 years ago that war happened. I like that. Makes me feel like a part of history.
Pet Cemetery.
I tried watching the original one this Halloween with the wife.
Are they going to use the Ramones with the soundtrack?
Yeah, they're gonna. Well, ironically, they're gonna bury the Ramones in the pet cemetery and then resurrect them so they can play the new soundtrack.
Joey comes out.
We got
Too soon.
We got The Crow. What do you think about that? The Crow.
He's still dead, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe it comes back in Pet Cemetery.
There's been a bunch of crows, so there's been a bunch
That's
of crow
another
reboots.
street
Have they?
justice.
Yeah, there's been a whole bunch.
Okay, this one threw me off. Drop Dead Fred.
What?
Can you imagine?
What?
Phoebe Cates?
Phoebe Cates is in that one, man.
That is not cool at all because Kevin Kline is the luckiest son of a bitch on planet Earth, and I don't need to be reminded that he got to marry Phoebe Cates through a reboot that has nothing to do with her. That is just not cool at all.
Well, explain to me this. Riddle me this. What's happening? What?
No, years ago,
He married Phoebe Cates?
married Phoebe Cates.
Is he still married to
Took her. Yeah, she's still married. They have this great family. They live in New York. They
Oh,
go
so
out
this
to-
is why you're not married?
Yes.
Do you think he makes her watch Fast Times every once in a while? Does he remember when you looked like that?
No, she's still
I'm sure she is.
She's probably
beautiful.
still smoking
Oh,
on
I'm
it.
guaranteed.
She is. Yeah, my number one choice
She's
of
number
all
one.
actresses.
You know,
yeah.
I had a band a while back, and we had a Phoebe Cates cardboard cutout that sat in the practice room. Shit, you not.
Was it 3 feet tall?
No,
That was a good
I
lick.
was sitting down. It was my height, and I'm this tall.
Hey,
Right?
Steve-O, that was a really good shredding lick you had there.
Yeah, and then I wasn't even playing guitar.
Okay, let me throw. I'll give you a couple more. We all got comments on this one. Commando.
Whoa. That's another one I've been watching lately. It's been on the rotation.
That
Because
one,
you guys saw my
Whoa.
post. You see my post on Instagram?
No.
So I was watching it with my kid. It was like in the middle of the
Yeah.
fucking morning.
You had Redon'ts on.
So when they go into the scene where he breaks into the warehouse, and he's trying to find out where his daughter's at, and he's looking at the map and he pulls up the latitude and longitude. That's right. I actually looked it up on
You
Google
did. I did
Maps,
see this.
and it was right. It was like an island just past Catalina.
But why?
There's a real
It's real.
Banana Republic.
Real
huh?
science.
There's a real Central American republic off the coast of Long Beach. No
Like
one
30,
knew.
30 miles away.
That's why you got there so fast.
Yeah, that is true.
I would be scared. There's a whole coup. There's a whole militia there.
We can't see it because Catalina blocks it, so we had no idea it's there.
That freaked me out as a kid when he used a saw blade as a throwing
chucked
star and
Freaked you out.
scalps the
That
dude.
freaked you out. I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I can link that to my first boner.
I just remember thinking, you can do that? Like, that's possible? Like,
I bought that whole
It's a
movie.
sharp-edged object.
yeah, but like you could be at Home Depot and someone could do that to you. Like, that just freaked me out as a kid.
I thought Commando was a documentary when I was a child. About a man trying to
Can I ask the more important question? Is Arnold going to be in it?
Well,
He's gonna be
Reprising his role as John Matrix.
John Matrix will be now the Colonel in the beginning. Ooh, how's that?
yeah,
Some young
I bet
hotshot.
I would bet almost for sure there's something. There's not enough information. It says it's too much in development right now.
That
So
makes
The real question is Alyssa Milano going to be in it?
ooh,
She still looks good for her age.
for her
She's still out
age.
there. She's still out there following the women's movement.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah,
on the,
she's
she's
all
all
about
into,
it.
Power
She's
on
all
her.
into the politics. Yeah.
Yeah, I follow her on Twitter. She's got some stuff to say. All right, I'm gonna throw one more at you. There's actually quite a lot.
No shit.
25. Romancing the Stone.
No. What? What year?
No, number 20 on the list here.
Okay.
Romancing the Stone is right on there.
Oh my God.
Dijon Wilder?
Dijon Wilder is on the list?
So I guess we already talked about that.
Is her
There's a
little-
lot, man.
is
We
Pepe the little
could
mule
just
gonna
do
be in it?
shows and shows and shows over this. So I'm gonna stop that there.
What's the most egregious? Probably Commando.
Well, I don't know. Weird Science.
Weird Science. That's another one that's been on the rotation.
And I feel like that's a little inappropriate to remake these days too. Post Me Too, making a fuck doll that's alive doesn't.
If you go back and watch the original, they go into it's also like really racist weird.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they go into like the black club and he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and they're making all black, like it's like
yeah, and you're like, what? Why is this in the movie? It doesn't even like this is just like I get
in
the
the family jewels.
yeah, I get like the nukes.
I don't even know what he said.
I get the nukes. I get like Wes showing up at the party.
Wes, get Wes showing up.
I-
in his back motorcycle fuck buddy. No, he's not in that movie.
Yeah, like
Oh, he's in Commando. Wes is in Commando
yeah,
also.
yeah. Let off some steam, Bennett.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's too many. We'll have to go through and make some decisions later on to see
Well,
which one's the best.
Steve-O, you have some thoughts on this.
Well, you know, people say like, "Oh, Hollywood's so lazy; they only do these remakes," and I agree with that. But the problem is the public is lazy. If people would stop seeing these fucking remakes, the first thing Hollywood would do is not make them. So I blame the audiences more. Hollywood makes what makes them money. They react to the market. They don't create the market for the most part. And it's because people keep going and seeing these dog shit remakes that they go, well, we got to make more because it's the only thing keeping us afloat these days. So it's the public's fault, in my opinion. That
It's like
they
a
keep
chicken and the
making
egg
these
scenario, though.
but it's not the chicken and the egg, because the minute they stop making money off them, they're not going to keep making.
Yeah, well, so like we got the Universal horror.
The dark universe, correct.
And that Mummy movie, the Tom Cruise Mummy
I didn't
movie.
see it.
Did you watch it?
I saw it.
That's good.
I was waiting for it to like stream. I was waiting for somewhere to stream for free, and then I was going to watch it, or stream on a service.
It was so bad. But I mean, that's an example where they already knew it was going to fail, right? And then they're crashing that entire.
I think they're doing The Bride, but they're not considering it part of like an expanded universe.
But they remade that stuff for years. See, to me, that's like a different thing because they rebooted like the Wolfman how many times,
Because
and the Mummy how many times.
The reason they keep doing that, lately in the last number of years, is because they're trying to cash in on the expanded universe concept, right? So they made that Mummy movie not because they wanted to make a Mummy movie, because they're trying to launch a universe.
Oh yeah.
So, which is not the same thing. Like Marvel, I don't know if they were when they made Iron Man, I don't know if they were planning on doing a whole universe, but they kind of went, "Oh, people are eating this shit up."
This makes money.
And then they expanded upon it, right? Whereas Universal is like, this will make money, and then it doesn't make money, and they're like, oh shit. Then they wait a few more years, and people keep saying, no, but we really want they're also not making horror movies. They're making action movies,
Right.
with horror, like classical horror characters. So they're not really doing. They're making comic book movies out of horror characters.
The best part about the new Mummy was the leaked trailer that came out. That
Yeah.
officially released
With the yell.
Yeah, with just. Did you see this?
Tom Cruise's yell.
They officially launched it online as their trailer, but they screwed up and it was just like the Foley work in the background. So like all this stuff's exploding and nothing, and then you just hear like,
Yeah.
It was super goofy and
And it got more hits than like the actual trailer when it came out. Like people were, yeah, I don't know if that might not, that's like a little bit of hyperbole. I don't know how true that actually is, but it got around. It made the rounds, that's for sure.
So what you're saying, Steve-O, is that we as a whole need to boycott.
Yeah, quit watching them.
We should take
Don't
a
make
step
them.
further and pick it.
We should do that. Because there's nothing else in the world right now really worth standing up for except for movie remakes. And I'm going to launch a society dedicated to ending movie remakes.
Well, you joke, but I think actually we could just take the motion around the political spectrum and just take it in front of the movie theater.
Commandeer it?
Yeah.
2 for 1.
Just toss out some signs that go one side. This says like screw the Mummy, and the other
exactly.
side like
Whatever
this
political,
week's White House troops.
It's efficient. It's efficient for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Do we have much more to go?
I got a couple good ones. I thought were good.
okay,
remakes?
let's open this up on the opposite side of the spectrum. There's some good remakes out there.
All right, let's hear some positivity.
Please tell Brent.
I feel like I'm going to be the optimist of this show.
it's kind of like all of our friendship. You typically have the nicest things to say in these regards.
That's how it goes. So, Jumanji, the new Jumanji with
Didn't
The
see
Rock.
it. I never seen the original, so I didn't see the new one.
Hey, anything The Rock does is just
I don't do
gold.
it.
I mean, I say that because he's kind of a friend.
Tell us about your friendship with The Rock, Cody.
Did you
That's
see,
what I want
did
to
you see
hear
Baywatch?
first.
Because that's Baywatch. You're all Baywatch.
He can do no wrong.
Did you
in
like
my
the
eyes.
Baywatch?
I didn't see it.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry, DJ. That's what you call him when you're tight.
Oh, got it.
DJ.
I did see it. I saw Baywatch and I saw Jumanji. Both of them were solid DJ.
Ooh, is he doing Rampage too?
He is doing a Rampage. I don't know if you would consider that a remake.
No,
I guess that's
it's not a reboot, but
it's a video game.
It's a video game
movie.
Like, yeah.
We'll see
really
how
fun
that.
video game.
Fun 30 years ago.
You remember playing Rampage?
In pizza parlors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
Pizza Hut.
Yeah, I remember getting
Remember
it.
all
Like,
the you can eat pizza lunch?
In high school.
Yeah. It was like $10.
Yeah.
And they had
yeah,
the
just
dessert
crushing
pizzas
those
too.
buildings. So we'll see. I mean, if Rampage is any good, but I like Jumanji. It was funny.
I felt a lot of people seem to like it.
Yeah,
I didn't. It's not
it was
like
It's like huge numbers globally. I think it beat Fast and Furious.
Yeah, over and over again. I mean, it's The Rock's biggest movie, and he's like the world's biggest movie star, right? DJ, sorry.
That's what you call him when you're tight.
Got it.
When I met him, I shook his hand, and it was the fuck was that?
The Rock getting mad at you
DJ.
for lying about what your relationship
When I
was.
shook his hand, you would think this guy's gonna come out and be like super
And he
like
just-
alpha. Like
Did he just give you the softest kiss on your cheek?
no, his handshake is just normal. It wasn't like overbearing, and it wasn't like a limp fish.
This is like the most mediocre story I've ever had. The Rock gives an adequate handshake.
No, but he smelled just amazing. Like it was, I don't know. It was
Did
a
you ask
blend
him what
of
is
like,
a blend?
this is like a probably like a cocoa butter and some other kind of like oil, essential oil.
But you didn't ask him.
No, I was too nervous.
He was just sniffing. He was just
I was just like, man, you're so great.
taking deep whiffs.
I like all the stuff you do. You're just
You're
a
so
really
great.
cool guy.
That was how your friendship started.
Will you hold me? And then,
get
and then he had
scared
security escort me out. It was like, whatever.
Are there any other good ones in your?
Dread. Did you see Dread?
No.
Well, that
No. Dread is awesome.
Okay, I did not hear good things.
Okay.
No. Dread
no,
is
not
awesome.
the original.
No, the new one.
Dread.
The original one with Stallone.
No, not Dredd, not Judge Dredd.
Not Judge Dredd.
Same
Dread.
character.
Same
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
No, it's great. Carl Urban, it's awesome. It's awesome.
All right, if it's streaming somewhere, I'll give it a whirl.
Yeah, no.
Why
I
is it
remember-
so great compared to the other one was dog shit? So
Well,
because you had the copy guy, from Saturday Night Live.
Hey, it's my best
And-
movie.
and Stallone.
You had Deuce Bigelow.
Deuce Bigelow.
Deuce Bigelow and Sylvester Stallone.
we went to the theater when it opened, and opening night, and it was just us, and there was like one other like couple in the entire theater.
So it's like the original Judge Dredd.
We
No
were
one
like,
gave a shit.
What is this? And they shot it in 3D, and they shot it in this cool like slow motion stuff, and it looks really cool. But it's basically like they took the raid where they're going up a building, have to fight their way up to like a building, and they put it with Dredd, and he's
It's like Game of Death.
but he doesn't have his helmet off like
Ever. Ever.
Yeah, and he's just kicking ass. And
like the comic.
It's like the comic, and it's awesome. And so
Because it's not Sylvester Stallone. Well, my faith is going to be in this movie. Yeah, I got it.
It's not even that. I mean, it's his story, but it doesn't feel like, it's so focused on him. It's just this this attack all the way through, and it's really well done, really well put together, and gets into these actually kind of interesting ideas about like how that society is structured. I thought, but it's just one of those straight up.
and it's a hardcore action R movie.
Yeah.
They don't really make anymore. And so
Like a good RoboCop style.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
original
Not the remake.
Not the remake, ironically, which I did not see. Original RoboCop, the classic Verhoeven piece.
Yes. So if you guys haven't seen it, I would say that's a solid remake of the last 5 years or whatever.
What should they remake?
Ooh.
Like, because I was just thinking.
You didn't prep us with that question.
I thought of it just now because I was just thinking I could go for a good Demolition Man redo.
Where do I begin?
I think they should make like those really
Wesley Snipes
like
with his bleached blonde hair.
but like those
Sandra
90s,
Bullock.
like those '90s kind of shitty dog shit action movies that like the kind of like doldrums that were '90s action movies.
Mm-hmm.
They should remake those in that like hardcore realistic,
Super serious.
like Chris Nolan,
Yeah.
like dude. Is
I think
this
you're onto
real?
something here.
Like I think that would be rad.
Tango and Cash with Cody and Steve-O.
Have you tried watching Tango and Cash in the last like 3 decades? It is unfucking watchable.
Really?
Oh, it is
really?
brutal. It is a rough.
Well,
watch.
that doesn't sound like what Cody would say.
You know,
Well, yeah, but Cody,
I had a dream like a
he was
couple
Tango,
years ago.
and then he dreamed it was Cash.
No, that I was starring in a remake of Lethal Weapon.
Damn, you
But
did
Who
that.
were you?
I was Riggs. and
What a surprise.
wait for it. Channing Tatum was Murtaugh.
Whoa.
You're dreaming about Channing Tatum.
And he was like, I was really
Who was
nervous
sitting on
shooting
the-
because I'm like, I've never made a movie before. He's like, bro, I can't act either. He's like, dude, you got this. I was like, and he was really encouraging and really like made me feel like.
Did you have a soft handshake?
My real question, yeah, I already smell.
He probably smells good
My
too.
real question is, who did the shitter scene?
He would because he's Murtaugh.
Well, I don't know if you kept the same exact dynamic as the
Oh,
original
where we
film.
flipped the
You
script?
could flip the script a little bit, yeah.
And I'm on the shitter.
Yeah, it could be the shitter in the out.
See,
in
if
the-
we made
in the
it,
mobile
I
home.
wouldn't do it scene for scene. I mean, some scenes you got to keep it.
Well,
there.
that's the homage.
There is a Lethal Weapon TV show.
No,
right?
Yeah,
I know.
I know.
That came out shortly after.
After
And I
your
was
dream?
like, yeah. And who's in it? Like
Damon
Damon
Wayans,
Wayans
yeah.
and some dude I don't even know.
I don't know, some white guy.
Blank Man.
Some white guy, they all look alike.
Yeah. I was like, see, Hollywood knew they were reading my mind, but you can't top the OG. I
No.
mean, Lethal Weapon 1 and 2, Prime.
Yeah, you could have stopped right there. That would have been perfect. Kind of like if Die Hard ended at 3, you know.
Yeah.
It was good.
Without 2.
Yeah, you can skip over 2. Die Hard was
Two gets a lot of shit. I watched it the other day.
it's on HBO, and I'm planning on rewatching it because I haven't actually watched it in a long time.
It's a decent action movie.
It's Rennie Harlan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ugh, it's not good.
But it's not as bad as people crap on it for. Obviously,
Well, we now have the hindsight of Die Hard 5 through 32 to show how terrible it isn't.
they keep talking about 6 coming out.
Really?
And having it be like flashback to the 70s as him as like a young cop and like
Are they
going
going to have someone be different than Bruce?
Yeah, like a young version, and then they would flash back to him being like old man now, but most of it's going to take
It's
place
like
in the
Godfather.
70s.
It's like Godfather 2. It's going to be just as good.
But after seeing the last couple ones, I begged them not to.
You seen the
please.
last couple ones?
Oh yeah, I watched them all.
I watched
thought
the one
the whole thing, like the premise of it was to try and hand over the franchise to whoever the other kid
Oh,
in the
yeah, the
movies
last
was.
one, yeah.
Is that not what they were trying to do?
It was just
It was.
it just didn't
such a
take.
flop, it
Yeah.
didn't matter.
It's just bad.
I didn't see it. I saw the one with Tim Oliphant.
Yeah,
And then how many are after that?
one after that
Oh,
where they
yeah.
go to Russia. And,
Yeah, I don't know.
That was dog shit.
I didn't see it.
I couldn't even force myself to watch that movie.
No.
Like I tried and I'm like, I can't do it. And I watched like an hour and then I watched another like 15 minutes and
So you've seen the movie. It can't be that long.
It wasn't that good. You know what else they're remaking though that I just saw? Predator. It's coming back with
The Rock.
guess who's writing it?
No, he's
Shane Black.
Shane Black.
Shane Black. So I'm actually on board with this. Is a remake.
It just got
That-
pushed. The
Okay,
dates
you know
just
what?
got bumped.
I just realized
It got bumped.
Just a
two-
little bit.
kind of remake reboot things that I am interested in and kind of on board for was Shane Black doing Predator,
Yes.
and John Carpenter being involved in the new Halloween movie coming out this Halloween. They're it's not like a reboot, and Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis is reprising her role. So like,
I did hear about that.
so
yeah.
I'm excited
And
as of now.
she's super like jumping back into her like Scream like,
Scream Queen.
Well, there's that show. I think she's on that show.
Oh,
too,
she
right?
is?
But like being like digging back into
like
her
embracing
roots.
her roots of
Yeah.
how what got her in the business. But I'm excited. I'm excited or interested enough to really. I'm looking forward to see what that possibly could be, because I fucking love Halloween. So I'm actually excited, and it's supposed to be.
What did you think of that last Halloween movie? Did you watch it? The one that was like the kind of like the long youth story of Michael Myers.
The Rob Zombie ones?
Yeah.
No. Right. Yeah, speaking of reboots I fucking hated, that's way up on the list, is the Rob Zombie Halloween. And I think it's an unwatchable garbage movie.
It's weird because you think like that guy's like hardcore super
I don't like
fan.
what I like about horror though is not what Rob Zombie likes about horror. I like atmosphere, and I like things being like the first Halloween movie is a creepy bump in the night movie. It's
Right.
not like there's no gore. It's not a gore fest.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, is that him in the background?
Suspense.
Is that him? There's like 3 deaths in the whole movie. It's like
Right.
it's not. But so John Carpenter, I don't think he's directing it. I think he's producing it or executive producing it, and I don't know who they have lined up to direct it. But I'm definitely curious to see what they do with that. And then the Shane Black writing the Predator script. I was crossing my fingers to get John McTiernan to direct it, but
He's out of jail now. They should.
he's in jail.
He was in jail for a long
Oh,
time.
I didn't know that.
For what?
Being
Notice this big whole Hollywood scandal with
Cocaine?
No. He hired a private detective to listen in on people's phone calls. And
What's
turn
wrong
this
with
whole
that?
into-
That's what Nixon went down for.
Were they employees?
But that guy needs to be making movies.
yeah, he's got some of the best action movies of all time.
Yes.
So, and wait, didn't he's done some boners, right?
Last Action Hero was the big one that people always
I
kind
like
of
that
crap
movie.
on.
I actually like that movie. It was good.
Last Action Hero is great.
That movie's underrated.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to redo
I
it.
can't. It's been on the rotation.
Is it doesn't hold up?
It's just that kid is such a weenus.
Yeah, I could buy that.
He's just. I'm watching him. He's, like he never did anything else after that.
No.
The concept behind it and the whole meta universe is great.
Isn't Ian McClellan the Death?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's a good movie. Ian McClellan's in it. Gandalf is Death. Perfect.
Yeah,
It had some
Tar
moments.
absolutely sticks to some people. Like that fucking shit is real. It's a good movie. Solid. I would go for a remake of Last Action Hero
Yeah.
with The Rock.
with Arnold. No, The Rock.
Basically, my thought is that The Rock should remake every single Arnold movie, and I would be happy to watch either one.
Ooh, The Rock is Conan.
Didn't they just redo Conan a couple years ago?
Yeah, it was dog shit.
And they were supposed to do King Conan, and then it just
They were gonna do King Conan with Stallone, not Stallone, with Schwarzenegger, right?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
No, they talked about
And John Milius was supposed to do it, but he's kind of half dead now.
it. Supposedly, it just all fell through recently. I guess they just kind of finally announced that it's not happening.
They were doing that
So-
in the early before he became governor.
It was
they were talking about doing that.
yeah, but as afterwards, he's been since he's left the office, he's been talking about making it. They're just going to do it.
okay.
They keep saying it, and then now. I think
Yeah,
it's
'cause I
not
know
happening.
at one time Milius was supposed to redo it, but John Milius can't.
I don't think there's enough
movies.
growth hormone in the world for Schwarzenegger to get back into that role.
Well, he's gonna be king, and he wasn't gonna be the badass. He was supposed to be on the throne and
Yeah, but who wants to see that?
Heavy as the Crown.
Yeah,
He's just some
drama.
old shriveled up dude.
he's going to be the old dude in the first movie, bitching about his daughter going off, and
You know who the old guy in the first one is Max von Sydow. Yeah, I could see him as Max von Sydow. I'd like that.
Interesting. Well, there's another twist on Hollywood. Not so much Hollywood, but it just popped up, recently in my feed. Was that YouTube Red is pushing out extension of the Karate Kid universe.
Ooh,
They're going. It's Cobra Kai, taking place with Johnny. He's opened up his dojo, the old dojo,
the old dojo.
and
In
from
the
what I've
valley.
read on it,
up in the valley, his valley
Jesse's not
dojo.
happy.
I guess Daniel's probably still living back in Reseda.
He's in Reseda.
And he's in a bad situation. He's a little bit sad because I think they're playing it off that Mr. Miyagi passed away, his friend, his mentor. So he's a little sad. He's looking. He's probably looking for something, a gap in his heart that he needs to fill. But
Do you think they got Fumio for this one too?
I don't think so. Growing up as a kid, we had to go see Karate Kid all the time.
Yes.
Because my dad was a karate instructor, and his sensei is the guy who was the stunt double for.
He did all the martial arts.
Yeah, did all the
Sensei Fumio.
Yeah, and
Fumio Demora. Go look him up.
And his,
Pretty rad.
So his students were like the guys who dressed up as the skeletons, and Sensei Fumio Demura was the guy who
Did the fighting,
beat him
yeah.
up. Yeah, and so we were always going to see that movie over and over and over as a kid
Where did you go to see it?
at the drive-in in
San
San Juan.
Capistrano? That's exactly where I saw it. Thank you. I'm so happy to hear that.
I never saw that there.
I didn't either. I saw Nina Jones.
So we saw it up at the drive-in. Also, I remember going up to the one in Orange that they had off the 5 freeway.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I remember seeing it there. And but yeah, so we saw it a whole bunch as a kid, and it's always been a big part of like my life growing up, just in the background, because that
Yeah.
was something my dad was always involved in.
Yeah.
And so I'm not looking forward to this at all, because those were actually like a big, like it was like they spent money on it. It was a big thing, and now it's just like straight to YouTube, like.
YouTube
Oh, so the
Red.
problem is that it's on YouTube.
Yeah, just they should.
You know how
it's
much
not-
money you can make on YouTube?
I know they can make a lot of money, but I want to like. I would
Smash that like button. Subscribe to our channel. Click on that. No, you can't get advertisements anymore. You can't make monies.
You gotta.
There's that stupid
There are ways.
Logan Paul. He messed it up for everybody.
You can make money. You just have to have a certain amount of subscribers.
No,
and
because they changed. Because
watchers.
I got the email from my other channel, and I got a video on there that has like 300,000 views, and it made me a couple $100. Nothing to quit my job over. But I got an email notification that like, oh, you need to have over 4,000 combined total hours of viewage.
Yeah.
And you have to have over 1,000 subscribers. And I have like, I don't know, like 800 subscribers. I mean, I don't even post on the shit, but I was like, yeah, it sucks for some of these other kids that are probably trying to make channels and, you know, make some money off it. And this D-bag goes out there and ruins it for everybody. Posting videos of dead people. So thanks a lot, dude.
They shouldn't remake those videos.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I would be excited if it was a movie, like a major motion picture
I get it.
with them in it. Then I would be actually excited.
Like
But
a
You know who else would probably be stoked on that? Ralph Macchio. He'd have been like, and was his Abda?
Billy Zabka.
Yeah, he'd probably be stoked. Like, hey, man, paycheck, cha-ching. Like, how much are you really getting paid from YouTube Red?
They should make a Billy Zabka Back to School remake with Billy Zabka in the Rodney Dangerfield role.
Like he left college and
Like he didn't graduate because of the whole shenanigans with the diving.
yeah, but
And now he's old and he wants to go
but he
back to
made
school.
but he made like a lot of money.
Yeah.
He became some like entrepreneur, like
Yeah,
Rodney
exactly.
Dangerfield did.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is my wife says to me when I'm like getting all huffy puffy.
She's like,
calls me
You
Rodney
remind me of Billy
Dangerfield.
I was going
Zabka.
to say Zabka.
No.
You remind me of an asshole Billy Zabka in the 80s.
No, she says I sound like Rodney Dangerfield.
He's all, no respect. Hmm.
No, because she says you go. Lame.
She's like, you remind me of Rodney Dangerfield, Natural Born Killers.
You don't listen. Oh, that's fucked up. little creepy there.
We didn't talk about Kindergarten Cop, the remake with Dolph Lundgren.
Wait, whoa.
Are you not familiar with this?
I am unfamiliar with this.
I think
Do
it's on-
tell.
I think it's a Netflix original.
Well,
Or maybe
no.
no.
It's not on Hulu, it's on Netflix. Amazon.
where it
Fact
is.
checker. Check the facts.
Check that.
We'll Google-ate it later.
So Dolph Lundgren did a Kindergarten Cop movie.
that's so weird.
It was awful.
No.
It was. Did you watch it?
No. I
Okay,
haven't.
so I'm the only one who watches like horrible movies. Like it wasn't that bad.
You watched this movie.
I watched it over the span of probably like 8 nights, like getting like
Watching it.
I'm going over
You've
the,
done that,
the
like,
cast
you know,
here.
getting like
20-minute
getting like
segments.
15 or 20 minutes at a time.
You got Bill Bellamy. He's in it.
He was.
Sure that BJ.
Holy shit.
I
I haven't thought of that name in 20 years.
I have
Sorry, Bill Bellamy.
That's Bill Bellamy.
That's all I got.
As I
I
remember.
have a Dolph Lundgren story.
Okay.
My dad talking about
Oh, yes,
karate
yes,
and
yes,
stunt,
yes, yes.
stunt doubles
From the movie.
My dad was a background guy with his karate.
He was a karate extra.
And and Showdown
Showdown
in
Little
Little Tokyo. And so he was filming a bunch of night scenes with Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee at the time.
Yep.
And I told him as a kid, I was like, Dolph Lundgren made Punisher, but it had gone straight to video. And you could only see it back in the day on bootleg VHS. So I watched it, and I told my dad, listen, if you go talk to him and ask for his autograph for me, tell him that you saw The Punisher and that you really liked it. And that his son really liked it when you get the autograph. And so my dad went up to him and said, oh, yeah, my son wanted me to tell you that he liked you in The Predator.
Oh, because wait.
He's not in The
That's
Predator,
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
but that's
That's the
Arnold.
name.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger's
No,
movie.
but Van Damme was in
Yeah,
there.
and also,
Van Damme played the Predator.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
He never made on stage.
and so
And then he got kicked out because he said it was too hot and he couldn't see my face.
But for a second, I thought it was Dolph Lundgren.
But then he's like, wait, no, that's not it. It was something with the P. I don't know. Like, and of course, like, I'm not in that movie. I don't know what your dumb kid's talking about. Like, here's your whatever. I got his autograph. I still got it somewhere.
That's nice.
That was the
He
first
wasn't like screw this kid. Like
That was the first time I heard of Brandon Lee. 'Cause I remember your brother coming up to me and going, "I got Bruce Lee's son's autograph in like elementary school." And I was like, "I don't give a shit."
Can you say that was one of the best lines of any movie?
The,
when he
your
looks at
dick
him
is so
and says,
big.
Can I just say, you have the biggest dick on a man
I knew. Isn't
I've
that
ever
fucked up?
seen.
We've never discussed this. You said the best line of the movie, and I knew that was what you were going to say. Holy fuck!
That's what he's known for.
Yeah.
That and The Crow. He went out like that.
And Rapid Fire. Don't forget Rapid Fire.
what?
You never saw Rapid
I
Fire,
never saw
Brandon
that
Lee?
one.
You don't need to see it.
Back in my mind, I can't remember.
You don't need to see it. It's basically him running a lot.
Okay.
It's kind of like Apocalypto without the Indians.
I just remember them driving around in Showdown Little Tokyo. They're supposed to be in Little Tokyo, and they're driving around like it's
Like
LA,
it's a
or it's
city.
like a city, or like Long Beach,
It's
and
like-
they're
it's
just
like-
driving forever. And I'm like, this is just like
It's like fucking Blade Runner.
this is just a couple blocks or something. I don't know. Like they just keep cruising through.
Yeah.
Wait, Jesse, can we have your dad on the show? Because it sounds like he has some rest.
Yeah. He's probably living it up right now. His song was in Guardians
of the Galaxy,
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that was a
that's-
big
and
thing
there's
last
that-
year.
Shamalam and
Yeah.
Wham bam!
Wham,
At the
bam,
end, it's the
bam.
whole final like battle scene. They play it twice. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I think that was a big boost for him. My dad was.
how much
in,
did he make? How much did he make from the royalties? On this?
So far, I think nothing. I think it's about zero. Was last time I talked to him, but
Ouch.
He needs
Yeah.
stronger representation.
yeah.
Well, he has no representation.
No, it was no. My dad was in a one-hit wonder band in the '70s,
Yeah, in the early 70s.
and their song was picked and used in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 at the end for the final battle scene. So I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. Like
That
if
was
you're
big.
gonna,
It was in the trailer too.
Yeah.
I think it's just something. I don't know. Like if you had this thing that you did like 40 years ago and it just popped up and everyone was talking about it like later on, like I don't know.
Yeah, like people are going to be watching this like 40 years from now and be like, oh yeah, our kids are like, look at our fucking stupid old guys.
Ugh.
Or maybe not.
All right, remakes. Anything else?
I think that's
Yeah,
it.
Any other
Yeah, I think
thoughts?
we're good.
We're good.
We're gonna be
All right.
protesting. That's where you're gonna find
Let's
us.
get my signs.
Yeah, we're gonna do the
Gonna pick
No
it.
More Hollywood Shitty Movie March.
Yep.
Hashtag that.
Yeah.
And put it out there.
Yeah. The
March 24th.
March 24th. All right. I don't know.
No. Well, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.
Salutations.
Smash that like button.
Smash it.
Smash it hard. Follow us on the tweeters.
Or smoosh it if you want.
Twitter over there. And yeah, hit us up.
Wait, we're on Twitter?
Yeah, I made a Twitter profile.
Oh, cool.
I made one. It's Mr. Falcon Podcast.
Oh, nice.
Follow us.
Mr.
If
Falcon.
if you have things you want us to talk about, we don't have any followers yet.
Can you hit up DJ? See if he can follow us. Get us some followers.
I've been hitting him up. He just doesn't return my calls.
He's busy. I
Yeah,
mean,
dude, that guy's.
I'm sure he wants to
working
hang
it.
out.
Does he have many followers?
He's got a couple. Can you imagine? Hey DJ, come on down to my
Hey,
garage.
DJ RT.
I'll give you a pair of sunglasses. It'll be really cool. Thanks, bro.
Do you watch Ballers?
Yeah.
I don't. I've never seen it, but I was just curious.
Well, that's how I know him from that show.
oh,
That's
that's
where
right.
I-
Right.
But I like it. I mean,
Yeah, no, I'm not. I was just curious if you watched it. I'm not asking your
I
opinion.
mean,
You don't
to
have
be
to
fair,
divulge.
I didn't watch the last season,
Okay.
half of it.
I was just curious.
I had a kid, so you know it's hard. I don't really watch. I don't know why I do a fucking movie podcast. I don't watch movies. Obviously, I'm watching Overboard at 4 a.m.
Over
twice.
and over again.
So, thanks guys.
All right.
Thanks for following us.
Subscribe.
Check us out next time. We'll be talking about other things that are more entertaining, I'm sure.
Possibly.
Thank you.